I'm Maeve. Today's Friday. Welcome to your Pocket News, where we're talking about justice, corruption and research. So let's go. Guantanamo detainees are trapped. When released, Guantanamo detainees cannot return to their homes as they could be persecuted. They're innocent, but the US will not provide them with safety. So it's up to us in Europe to do something. This week, the International Federation for Human Rights went face-to-face with the EU inside the European Parliament. They asked that the detainees at risk of being transferred to countries where they could be tortured be resettled inside the bloc. Although the EU has often condemned the lawlessness of the Guantanamo detention centre, the only country in Europe that has taken in refugees is Albania. A group of European lawmakers took it upon themselves to get behind the campaign this week to call upon all EU member states to intervene and ensure that in this case that 45 innocent men are granted asylum. Describing the centre as the black hole of democracy, Italian left-wing MEP Gusto Catania, along with other MEPs, indirectly asked the US to close the prison. We all know that corruption adversely affects the stability of governments and has devastating consequences for any country where it's endemic. Will countries like Italy, Portugal and Greece better tread softly, as they've just been labelled the most corrupt countries in Europe? Citizens from 180 states were questioned by Transparency International in their report Corruption Perceptions. On the other hand, Denmark and Finland stood out for not only being the least corrupt states in Europe, but in the whole world, while improvements were noticed in the Czech Republic and Romania. 40% of extremely corrupt countries are low-income countries, explaining why Somalia and Burma remain top of the list. Do you think it's worth paying more so public administration could be bilingual or multilingual? Okay, Europe has 23 official language, its own language day and its own deputy assigned to all linguistic matters. One of the objectives of Commissioner Leonard Orban and the European Union is to promote multilingualism. But do Europeans really want that? Do you agree that so much money should be spent on languages? If you want to answer that question, you can in an online forum known as Have Your Say. Because whether we like it or not, the European Commission will adopt a new communication on languages next year that's supposed to look after our needs and improve our language levels. So I'm going to log in and have my say. If you want to do the same, I'll see you on the site. There's a huge party taking place tonight all over Europe in the name of research. Known as European Researchers' Night, as well as showing off 40 specific scientific projects that were selected last February from 29 countries, it will involve school pupils, students, and of course the general public. Although Zurich is hosting a big science show tonight on fire, colour, sound and light, more than 150 cities in the whole wide world have invited the public to join up with them and the researchers to just have fun. According to the official site, you'll get the chance to perhaps find out a lab secret, become a researcher for the night, or even go on a date with a researcher. That sounds a bit too good to be true, but if you do fancy it, check out the site for more. And finally, congratulations to Tatiana Barbanova for giving birth to one of the biggest babies in Europe. The newborn of the 43-year-old Russian woman weighed no less than 17.5 pounds, so we can safely say that it's healthy. Her other 11 babies were also healthy, but had normal weights. The newborn is the second heaviest newborn in Europe. The first was back in 1955 in Italy and weighed 22.5 pounds. Well, that's all for today. It's Friday, so have a great weekend and I'll see you again on Monday in Your Pocket News. Bye-bye.